All right. Good morning. What is up, everybody? Keith Jameson, go over Gary Guy 231 across the DFS industry. It is Wednesday, the 15th. We have a really interesting and kind of, in my view, fun 4-game EPL slate. I'm gonna do this this is gonna be a short one. The kid sitting over there is bound to come running over here at any time and break this up. But do just kind of want to get my thoughts to the slate out. Because I think this should be a really good and a very fun slate for players like me that like to target floors and set pieces, because we have all low totals, right? The highest total is about 2.75, Arsenal, West Ham, and we all just have barely faves. You got 3 plus 110 favorites, and then Brighton's plus 138, which that's all home team, which means the bookies are seeing the games as just square and giving slight favorites for teams at home. So I think that this is the type of slate that in cash and optimal, you say F the goals. Okay. There's going to be goals. Like, I get that. I know. But trying to pinpoint the goals, right, is going to be difficult. Like, you play Odergaard, and it's that's a bad example because he's in play for cash. But let's say you play Neil Maupay, and it's a sub, or it's Lewis Dunk, or it's Evs Basuma, and you're just like, what? I knew there would be a goal for Brighton, but I thought it would be Maupay, and it's not. And then Maupay ends with 40K, and you're screwed because there was good set-taking forward options, and you passed up on them. So I think that's just kind of the slate. Like, target the floors, target the sets. If you get a goal out of set takers, fantastic. If you get an assist out of set takers, fantastic. And if you don't, I don't know if any of the goals in the slate will be high enough to kill you. You're not going to ship the GPP if you miss the goals, but you can still cash. You can do really well in cash games and head-to-heads. Let our opponents make the mistakes while we just rack up the points. So quick reminder, like, subscribe, comment. Let's just jump right into it. I'm not going to be using SofaScore today because I really just don't know how long of a bit I'm going to have here. So I'm just going to kind of go by forward and midfielder and just tell you kind of about the guys that have the floors and who I'm targeting, and just move some reasons why. So I do think Jared Bowen at 9,600 is one of the there's the little man. Let's see if I can put him away. You're all right, buddy. Okay, so Jared Bowen definitely has a floor. Okay. Last week we saw him taking half the sets for West Ham. There's no reason I think he won't take them, even with Aaron Cresswell in. Even with Aaron Cresswell in, it was Jared Bowen and Cresswell splitting. With Bowen out, we've seen versions of Pablo Fornals or Miguel Lanzini. We will get this lineup. We'll get this lineup a little bit later, right? So the other games kick off at 2:30 Eastern. And here you go, buddy. The other games kick off at 2:30 Eastern. We're going to get lines for 1:30. This West Ham Arsenal will get at 2. Okay, so you only have a half an hour build with that info. West Ham's not going to change things up too much, but I do think that looking if Aaron Cresswell is in, I don't think he's been ruled out yet. Let's just look at his player notes. Has a chance. So thanks guys. That helps. Has a chance to play. I think that he's pricey. I really do feel that we can get his type of floor for much cheaper, depending on lineups, right? So, you skip down here, Dennis at 9,300, no way, not going to happen. Wilf Zaha, YOLO GPP, sure. Dwight McNeil, 8,500, definitely on the short list. Got sets back last week. I've been staying away from him the last few weeks. I'm like a Dwight McNeil lover, okay? I just think he's awesome for DFS. I'm not going to make claims to know about his real life, but, Man City were interested in him, right? So that says a lot. Young guy. Split sets, great open play value. That's my type of player. But he wasn't taking sets, and we were seeing the crosses slow down. Now all of a sudden it was like 4 to 6 crosses, and he was still priced up like he had sets. This past game, back to sets, splitting with Ashley Westwood. Now home versus Watford. Big fan of Dwight McNeil. He's on the cover of this preview for a reason. To me, he's lock and load. Then we go down Pascal Gross. If in, we know when Pascal Gross is in, he takes a monopoly of set pieces, 8,100, slight favorite at home. Brighton, a really good home team at the Amex. I think it's still called the Amex. So, that's probably my preferred in cash games, 2 forwards, with obviously some love for Jared Bowen still too. Then I think you have the Arsenal guys are interesting. Saka has actually not been taking sets. You have to scroll down and get Gabriel Martinelli at 6,800 has been splitting sets with Martin Odegaard. I think Martinelli is like forward 3 on the floor model that you would take. And if you need the salary dropping from McNeil or Gross to Martinelli, I'm totally okay with. Martinelli had an assist last game. Arsenal was absolutely fantastic. Dropped 18.6, 9 crosses, 3 shots assisted. And Gabriel Martinelli too, just a really good player, takes guys on. So yeah, I'm in on Martinelli 6,800. Those are 3 really good solid floors. Adama Traore, I think, is a really solid play too. No sets, but Traore is going to take guys on, cross the ball in the box. People are going to be off of him after the last 2 matchups, but that was Man City and Liverpool. Like, those are 2 of the top probably 5 or 6 clubs in the world, much less just Europe, much less just England. So all of a sudden, much more neutral matchup versus Brighton. Adama Traore 6,300 works as well. Look, I see Lacazette there, 5,800. I think that's a good GTP look. I almost wonder if too many people are going to look that way. Chris Wood. Yeah, that's the end of our floors. So we have 4 really good 4 plays at forward. At midfield, Conor Gallagher, 9,800. 98 split sets with Will Hughes last game. If you see Luka Modrić, you have to assume a split set or maybe not any. I think 9,800 is too pricey, but damn, he's a good player. I've mentioned that for weeks, right? Months even. Chelsea have loan product. Needs to get back to Chelsea. Imagine him in that midfield instead of having to play Rock Loftus-Cheek right now. If they could get Conor Gallagher in there. They just churn out talent like no other. Just kind of looking here. Odegaard 8,000. For me, he's in great form, but I think the floor still is very, very shaky. I'll put that back. This is real life drama here, right? We're back and forth. The pumpkin banana bar is good. We've eaten 1.5 of them, and now we're done. Go find something else. All right, Martin Odegaard. People are going to open up his log and see 10.5, 22.5, 18.6, 16.8. Slight home favorite, highest total. Go. He's a lock and load. I call shenanigans on that. Martin Odegaard's floor is not ever, in my opinion. This could be a cold take, but Martin Odegaard for you look at this 4 games. There's one good 4 game in there, right? There's the game versus Manchester United. Otherwise, without the goal, what is that? 6.6. Without the goal, 4.8. Without the assist here, not bad, 10.2. But for 8,000, I think that's overpriced. So I think I'm going to be out on Odegaard and just hoping the field is high on him. James Ward-Prowse, that is my dude. We all know this by now. No, M&Ms are not for breakfast. I know that that's like the way you want life to go, but I'm being taped right now. My father, wow, you got it open. 2 seconds. All right, sorry. This is like gonna be one of my greatest videos ever, or one of my worst. But James Ward-Prowse just is my dude. Just plug him in, get double digits, especially in this very neutral matchup. I'm a big fan. Scroll down, there's Pablo Fornals, lineup dependent, but solid play at 6,900. Gabriel Martinelli, I can see using him in a midfield spot. Go up, I'll be right there. Traore, you could use there too. I think Ashley Westwood will be pretty popular, 5,700 split sets. I think it's a really good spot for Burnley. I've talked about this in many spots, but sometimes when you get these relegation battle versus relegation battle, the slightly better relegation team, in this opinion, is Burnley at home, circles this as a must win. So that could be a really good spot for Westwood. If you need the savings, Cleverly, very similar players. Westwood, just only difference is Cleverly will definitely sub. Westwood never will sub. Miguel Lanzini, 5,300 if in. He was great for FSI on Sunday. 10.8 floor for 4,800, 5,300. I'm just fine with. I think that's really good in the mid tier. At the end, Solly Marsh is in play. I'm sure people are gonna talk about John Moutinho a bit, 4,300. I won't call you crazy, but I also say that I've put so much John Moutinho disdain on my previews that if I play him, I'll never hear the end of it. So no for me, fine for everybody else. I'll just go ahead and say 300, hopefully with Will Hughes splitting sets for Palace, 4,000. That's the cheapest set taker you're going to see on the slate. Rest our punts. Let's go to defender, and I got to get out of here. Kid just went upstairs, so I got to be a good parent. But mom, don't worry, child activist. Mom is up there, but mornings are mine, so I got to go take it. Aaron Cresswell fitting 6,200, fine. Ryan Out-Nori, I think that I prefer him for the $500 savings. 5,700 split sets. Wingback, good stuff. Sufal, 5,600, no. Just at that point, on this slate, I think it's a no, based on matchup, and just based on, you could get 100 more for Ryan Out-Nori, and I don't think you're going to be playing 2 spend ups. I'd rather play Lamptey, 5,400. He's one of my guys over Sufal. It's really good open play value. And we got Brighton say favorite again. They're favored at the Amex. Tierney, I always love 5,300 is solid play. Charlie Taylor, solid. Again, I think a lot of these defenders are just solid. I don't think anybody you go, oh my God, they're must play. I think Ryan Out-Nori stands above everybody else just a little bit. Zuccarella, 5,000. I'm fine with. I don't want to say I'm a big fan of anybody. I'm just fine with everybody. And then just down here, if you see any other fullbacks start, just assume they're in play. If you need a salary and punting off is fine too. Maybe we get Nketiah. I think that's how you say his name. It's 3,000. That would obviously be, kind of almost like a lock and load as a fullback. All right, that'll do it. Thank you guys for putting up with shenanigans and, just a little bit of a different format today than previous. But I really do wish everybody luck. I hope that this helps. If it does, like, subscribe, comment, really does help the channel continue to grow. And with that, I'll say, see you.